Am I going? Oh, I have to introduce myself, don't I? Hi, I'm Sam. I'm the owner of Somebody People and one of your contestants today on Three Blind Wines.
My name is Paul Lysek. I'm a partner in Benny and Zoid's Selections, and we're here at the Bagel Shop.
Who the hell am I? We don't really know, but I do work at Somebody People. My name is Justin Freeman. I'm the executive chef.
We are here at Odell's Bagels, the best bagels in Denver. Odell's Bagel. Not bagels?
Bagels.
Odell's Bagel. You're only allowed one.
We're at Odell's Bagels in Denver, Colorado. Bagel. Bagel. Sorry. Pluralize everything, you know?
I'm the general manager of Odell's Bagel and the counter at Odell's.
We're drinking wines as well.
Very excited to be tasting these three wines, and I cannot wait.
And welcome to Three Blind Wines.
Wine number one, really generous pause on this number, which is going to be fabulous because I'm a little hungover from the Aussie wine dinner last night, so see how this goes. Pretty delicate nose, not that aromatic, muted flavors. That's not flavors, scents. Very restrained little wine, kind of like a very shy person trying to order something at a restaurant. On the nose, there's not a lot going on the palate. You're getting very kind of citrus notes, super fresh, like super elegant. Knowing Paul, and you would probably go for really elegant wines. He's an elegant human, you know, very graceful as a ballerina. The acid and the balance within this wine is on point. It's like got great acidity, super silky texture, but now I'll get into the nerdy analysis of the wine. So yeah, neutral flavors on the nose, soft to green, yellowing apple, yellow pear, white flower, dandelion. Cool, great acidity. There's a hint of salinity on the wine. There's a directness. It's really good length. It's a little bit too sophisticated for me. I feel like I'm that one that really dressed down at a party. You know, I wasn't told about the smart casual wear and I'm just wearing board shorts. It's not so herbaceous, so I'm ruling out Sauvignon Blanc. It's not like screaming texture, so I'm kind of ruling out Italian wines. I would say that the citrus and the apple-y characters could be a Chardonnay, but it doesn't really have much oak. There's a hint of Malo on there. I think that's adding to the creaminess, maybe slightly stirring, because there's kind of a hint of vanilla notes, but it's not like outstanding. And that's what's so great about this wine. Like everything's really well integrated. Like the fruit, the acid, the secondary characteristics, they're not pronounced, but there's like a slither of them. So there's like layered, but not. It's kind of like a Sigur Rós song. All right, cool. I'm leaning to something that's a little bit more maritime, maybe Mediterranean. I'm thinking like either Muscadet or Albarino. There's no oak influence that I can notice straight off the bat. Could be old oak for that texture. Doesn't taste like a Greek wine.
Color, there's definitely a little bit of green in there. There's no oak or anything, so I'd say there's definitely some stainless steel. I definitely smell some ripe fruits. Go like green fruits, maybe like a little bit of green apple. There's a little bit of grass in there and a touch of hay on the back end. This wine's pretty dry. It's definitely got like nice roundness and a good amount of fruit. There's also this like lime flavor that like kind of hits your, like coats your palate throughout the whole entire sip.
I'm going to say this is a Muscadet from the Loire Valley, 2023. From Loire. Oh, I said Loire Valley already. France. Couldn't tell you the producer.
I would say this glass is Chenin Blanc. I would go Chenin Blanc from France, maybe Loire Valley? Question mark. Sam is making a cough, so I must be right.
I would say this is $35 in a bombshell.
I would say this bottle probably is $57.
Wine number one is
Can I open my eyes?
Ciro Picariello Fiano
Fiano!
I have no idea what that is, but it was super fucking tasty. Where's it from?
from southern Italy.
I got the coastal region right. Kind of.
My favorite thing to drink in the summertime, mineral driven, has that like classic Italian sort of bitter quality to it, crisp, zesty fruit, citrusy notes.
I was like positive it was a Chenin Blanc. That's really fucking good though.
I was surprised you cut out Sauvignon Blanc early on, because to me it kind of has some of those like...
Yeah, I think I love that wine as well. You really underpriced it.
I think it goes well with all sorts of summer produce and is also kind of just a thing to drink on the porch or sitting by the pool on a hot summer day.
Yeah, sick. Such a good wine.
It's really classic, but a little bit off the beaten path that I think it might still give Sam and Justin a little bit of trouble.
Okay, wine number 2, in the glass. There's a slight translucent to it. You can kind of see through. It's got a beautiful kind of ruby, almost like a little browning tawny edge to it. It might just be the reflection of the wood that I'm trying to see through it. Off the color, lets me think maybe Gamay, maybe Pinot, maybe Grenache. So those thin-skinned varieties. On the nose, there is a hint of acidity on the nose that we kind of get from more natural wines. I get this kind of, I don't want to say plasticky, but that kind of balloon smell to the wine. Probably a precursor aroma that comes out once the wine is fermenting, and because there's no additions to kind of take that smell out, it adds another complexity to the wine. General fruit characteristics, this is slightly more macerated fruits. It's got a hint of this kind of more berried, but still this red fruit characteristic as well. You're getting a little bit of spice, but you also get this kind of like aroma from acidity, which might come out, whether that's a little hint of volatile acidity, and volatile meaning that the aroma is released under a certain pressure, you know, not volatile like me after a couple of beers watching Manchester United lose. You know, that's not that kind of volatility. It's got a hint of bit of chocolate to the nose, ruby red fruit, baking spice. It's pretty charming. I don't really know where it's from. We'll go for a little sippy sip. On the palate, you're getting kind of waxy, grippy tannins, getting really good acidity. Not getting any of that kind of natural harshness that I kind of first expected. It's actually really, really rounded and elegant on the palate. It does have this chocolatey edge, but it also has this kind of like almost like a little Zinfandel kind of stewedness to the fruit. There's an element of sweetness to the berry. Could be Pinot from a warm climate. I'm ruling out Gamay, holding Grenache in there quite tightly. I don't think it's Syrah, because you can get more paler Syrahs depending on how they're treated. Could have partial carbonic on there, semi-carbonic, sorry, not partial. Could be a blend. Could be a blend. Could be a blend. Could be a blend. It's really nice. Tannins, juicy, delicious. Could be Tempranillo. Just stunted right at the end. I'm going to stick with what I originally thought. I'm going to say Grenache from a New World area, maybe a California Grenache. California Grenache. Is that a thing? Stemmy. Yes, with semi-carbonic on there, so whole bunches. Really good wine. The great thing is I'm sure it's like probably got no additives to it. It's a naturally made wine, really caring for it in the vineyard.
Wine number 2, smell for sure. Cherry cola. It's really sweet. There's definitely a lot of like macerated cherry smell to it. So I'm definitely not going to know where this is going to be. That's really fucking good. I have no idea. I'm going to take a big guess.
I think it's Grenache from California, and I think it's probably retailing for about $40 at your local bottle.
Nero de Avla, or how do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce that one? Nero de Avla. Definitely butchering it. Sorry, everyone who's Italian that watches this. This is definitely an Italian wine, and I'm going to guess, I don't really know what part of the region of Italy that comes from, but I'm going to say Italian red, and this is really fucking tasty. I'd say this bottle probably runs you $42.
I think I got that right.
You got basically as close as you can get without being correct.
Damn it.
Frank Prince and Munchabel. Morello Mascalese.
What do I say, Grenache?
Mount Etna. Yeah.
Damn it.
Wine number 2 is from Frank Cornelissen, sort of a benchmark natural wine producer in Sicily. Sources from vineyard sites, Norella Mascalese is a grape. Sources from vineyard sites around Mount Etna, which is an active volcano. Really famous in the world of natural wine for making wines that are made thoughtfully and correctly. Some of the most beautiful and ethereal wines, I think, in the world. So I'm excited to open that one because it's always a real treat.
What was my guess? What did I say?
Nero d'Avola.
I knew it was an Italian wine.
I've got this on the list. That's stunning. So good.
Pretty, right?
I really unpriced that one. Shit. Sorry.
These wines got really popular a few years ago thanks to Action Bronson and his YouTube video series kind of popped off with Susukaru.
This was probably my favorite one of all of them, for sure.
It's a special bottle.
Ooh. Ooh, on the nose. I think Paulie's pulling out all stops on this one. Deep Garnet, fresh on the nose, is Cabernet Merlot-ish. Could be Sangiovese. You're getting this cool vein of Cassis, fresh off with this kind of woodland, wet woodland smell to it. And there's definitely a sense of just an element of Brett. There's a little farmhousey note to it, which always kind of pulls me towards France. It seems esteemed, like an old person riding a bicycle in a suit, if you know what I mean. Like, has a hat on, probably has the New York Times or the Financial Review in his basket, just riding through. It's a little bit cold for it to really come out. Could also be someone from Italy. So one of those kind of like small spicy grapes, maybe Norella Mascalese, something where you are getting this element of spice from volcanic soils or something like that. Or it could just be a straight down the line, fun Cabernet Merlot from Bordeaux. I love claret. I really wish I was like kind of an old geezer just drinking claret every day with those kind of blood spots on my nose. It's a dream and it will happen. Very mature tannins on the wine, good acidity, grippy. It's leading me away from Sicily a little bit, although you can get tannins in Norella Mascalese, but it tends to be a little bit more stewed, warmer climate. This seems more like a moderate climate to me, just because of the clarity of fruit. It's not as dark as what I would find. When I say dark, I mean like brooding, and it's slightly more translucent than I would think in the glass. Beautiful smells going on in the kitchen right now. I feel like I'm going to get this wrong.
Wine number 3. Let's go, baby. I'm hoping I win again this time. This wine definitely has been sitting in a bottle for a long time. You can definitely smell the age, the grape. There's not much sugar or fruit that's coming up front. I don't know what this is going to be either, so we'll have to taste it. A good amount of tannins. Kind of all sits up in the front of your palate. Fruit, it's not very fruit forward, but it's like, it's really juicy, I would say. I don't know. What are we going to say this is?
Cabernet Sauvignon, Bordeaux, $57 at your local bottle shop.
A very elegant Australian Pinot Noir that's had some age in it. And I would say this is $100 bottle.
Wine number 3 is Buonanotte, Sant'Ambrogio, Sangiovese Merlot Syrah blend from Columbia Valley.
Syrah, see, that's why I thought it was Italian or Australian, dude. Syrah, for sure.
I was close. I said Bordeaux.
Syrah, Shiraz, Australian.
For sure, maybe off the beaten path stylistically. I think part of what's fun about what we do at the counter is that we have a lot of fun with the pairings in terms of sake, different styles of wine, and find that the nuance of all of these flavors, you can really find some unexpected combinations that are really exciting.
I'm going to finish these because they were delicious. They were all delicious. Thank you. Thanks, Paulie. That was such a good tasting.
Yeah, this was really fun.
Went with an Italian theme today. Nice, like, wide spectrum of flavors and styles of wine, so things that are going to really pair nicely with a wide spectrum of ingredients that Miles is going to use in the hand roll.
Freshly toasted nori, very important. You want to work with kind of moist hands when you're dealing with sushi rice here. Since this nori is really crispy, we're just going to try to work as quick as possible here so that Sam and Justin can have the best experience possible. So this is one I've been wanting to try for a while. Heirloom tomato season. We roasted these just with some salt and olive oil. Got some chewy cherry tomatoes. So these have been dehydrated and then rehydrated in a sambaizu. It's basically soy sauce, rice vinegar, and a little sake. Gonna hit it with our house-made chili garlic that has everything bagel spice in it. This is really similar to what we serve on our bagel in the morning. Heirloom tomato, chili garlic, it's a little yuzu and extra virgin olive oil, crispy garlic, onion blossom, little mixed local flowers. These are Greek basil tips. Gonna finish with a little Malden salt.
Thanks, Chef. This looks
amazing. Yeah. So good.
This looks so beautiful. I don't even know how to eat it. Like a taco. Some people would say one bite. You know the game. You know the rules.
Oh God.
That was fucking perfect.
Oh yeah. Has this almost like Mediterranean taste to it? Do you know what I mean?
Tomatoes are roasted perfectly. There's like salt, sugar, crispy. The rice is fucking tasty.
Yeah. Like you're sitting on the Amalfi Coast, you're just eating freshly line-caught fish. Oof. But it's not fish.
You don't know which one I would want to drink with it. I'm going to say the cherry cola one just because cherry cola goes well with everything.
Yeah, it does. I'm going to say that by itself is really intense. The subtleness and the elegance of the Fiano kind of gets a little bit lost with the amount of flavor that's in this little bite, and you kind of need something a little bit more broad and strong to kind of get through it.
I would disagree. I think the Fiano actually works really well with it. Yeah, I think there's like a lot of fat and there's a lot of like things going on in the hand roll, so that the Fiano with like slight minerality and lime actually helps brighten the rest of the dish. And you don't really get to taste much of the wine, but I do think that it's a great pairing if you're looking to have something that's like going to counterbalance all of the other flavors that are going on. I think that this one brings out the sweetness, the ripeness of the tomatoes, dials back a little the acidity. You really get to taste like a little bit of the nori. You can taste the rice itself. I think it just complements everything. The third one you can drink with it for sure, but I think the first two I would prefer.
I think that the first one is like Mike Tyson in a fight with a 12-year-old child. Do you know what I mean? Like the flavor in here is like massive. This is 12-year-old child that plays the cello. Let's just say that. Yeah. Very elegant wine, ultimately talented. Mike Tyson would just defeat it. I agree with you. The middle wine pairs really well because you bring out these like tomato vine notes within the Nerello Mascalese, plus a little bit of spice and stuff like that. But this one, I think, is like subtly really powerful. Like it's not a big wine.
It stays on your palate for a long time, so like it's big enough.
Yeah.
I always say the first one just because I like how it kind of clears your palate a little bit, but the lime out of everything kind of like helps bring in it neutralizes your palate to then help like bring all the flavors back. So if you weren't an animal like myself taking another bite, you'd actually be able to like clear your palate a little bit and then have that whole experience all over again, which I think is kind of cool.
But if you're an animal,
you just one bite. We all know the rules, you know?
So what's our favorite wine out of everything?
The second one for sure.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah.
Hands down, Frankie, you're a dead set legend. Makes amazing wines. You should look him up. He's a really great little winemaker. He's obsessed with doing everything correct in definitely a natural way, with caring for the earth and making sure that we can produce wine for many, many, many years to come. So amazing.
Also, if you're watching this, I would like to get a trip to Italy. So reach out. Don't be afraid. You have to put that one in there, Chris. We need to get
Yeah,
a
we
trip.
need.
I think it's crucial to have slightly warm sushi rice and chilled ingredients to really have that temperature contrast. Works well with the rice vinegar and the rice, and also the brightness and acidity and soy and the other flavors. So this one is very thinly sliced cucumber. Gonna hit it with a little more of that yuzu olive oil. This is an umeboshi paste that I make in-house. So salted, underripe Japanese plums. I want to go pretty heavy on this. A little dash of a nice roasted sesame oil. And then we're going to hit it with some freshly ground sesame. And as always, some Maldon salt. This is an aged tamari soy, so I want this to melt over the sesame and everything and really combine all the flavors.
Cheers. Cheers.
Well,
Too quick.
I went with a third one to start with because I kind of thought like all the acidity in there with like that back note wasabi would really, and like the sesame would really be nice with this. I kind of like the third one more than the rest of them. The first one definitely really works just because I think like, and again, you were right, like the texture really helps out, stays on your palate nicely with all the fat from the sesame oil.
Yeah.
And the wasabi like really lingers there, which is really nice, and you get like that sweetness of the cucumber. But there's something weird about the third one for me that like does it. And I don't know if it's like the soy and like the wasabi with like the toasted nori and everything else that's going on that kind of like makes it like a weird pairing, but I think it's kind of fun.
And the third one doesn't make sense at all, but it's perfect.
You don't get as much tannin, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And you really just get to taste like a little more of like the actual fruit itself.
It brings out some of the more savory qualities, you know, because you have all that New World fruit, but the plum and the freshness of the cucumber and those like deeply savory flavors in the hand roll, you know.
Okay, so wine number 3 with the second hand roll is the Buonanotte. You better say
Sant'Ambrogio.
Sant'Ambrogio.
My sort of chief pairing mantra is whatever food you're craving and whatever wine you're craving is going to go great together no matter what the pairing actually is. So I was in the mood for some Italian wine like I always am. So I knew that, you know, maybe it's not your classic approach or pairing, but there's no rules. And we just get sushi around here whenever we say the word. So that's Chef Miles for you. But something like this, a classic piece of nigiri, is going to go great with any of these wines because I'm super excited to eat this and I'm super excited to drink that. The nuance has its way of lining up. Of course, any fish, any raw fish, Southern Italian wines, you think of like crudos and citrusy things. That little piece of nigiri had, is that like a little yuzu kosho or yuzui or ume and shiso. So that herbaceous note, the tartness from the ume is going to go great with the chiro, the fiano. Yeah, it's delicious. And again, it just kind of goes back to what you're in the mood for and what you're feeling, you know?
It was truly like amazing experience to be able to taste these like outstanding, I would say cultish producers from Italy, the first two. And one of the best, or one of my favorite producers out of California, Buonanotte, is like incredible. Hopefully check it out. And yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, mate.
Cheers to our friend at Somebody Peoples.
Thank you. Last little message here. Please like and subscribe, smash some buttons, and get on the 3x Wines train. Yeah, we'd love to see you watching our videos. Thanks so much.
Maybe we can go to Italy.
Maybe we can go to Italy, yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah. I love watching this back and I just get embarrassed. But Justin's a real professional when he's tasting wine. Like he gets it right all the time. I'm just like always fun. I overanalyze. Maybe I overanalyze. I don't really know. Are you filming right now?
Do you need me to do that again, or we get? Good thing I turned my emotions on this morning.
I love blind tasting. It's the most fun in the world. It is.